to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about math, as you could gather probably by the title of this video and from the thumbnail. But yeah, I just wanted to share some things I've been using over the years, what worked, what hasn't. I haven't used like a ton of different stuff. I know there's plenty out there. It's almost overwhelming how much math curriculum there is out there, just curriculum in general. So trying to find that fit that works for your family can be a challenge. And I know it has been a little bit for me. It's been a lot of shifting things around over the years, finding things that work, and there's things that work for some families that haven't been super great for us. But yeah, hopefully this video will help you maybe to get some ideas for math, or maybe you've used some of the same things and it's worked better for you, or it hasn't worked well for you. I'd like to hear in the comments your thoughts on those things. Yeah, because sharing helps. But anyway, so when I started homeschooling with my two oldest, with my oldest, I started with, I believe, Math UC, because a friend had recommended it. She said, it's great, you can use it, I highly recommend it. It had video lessons and workbooks and a textbook and everything. It just seemed like a really well put together curriculum. So I'm like, yeah, let's try it. It worked really well for my oldest two for like the first 2 or 3 years. And then they started to get a little bored of it. So I was like, I understand, and I can see why you might not enjoy it anymore. But I know some people have gone probably a lot further with it, because I think we only went to maybe 2nd or 3rd grade. Probably 3rd, because I'll get to it, but 3rd grade is when our next curriculum came into play. But yeah, so we used Math UC for a few years, liked it for a little while, started to get a little dry, and I also thought some of the ways it taught things overcomplicated it, or just wasn't a style that was super helpful for my kids, they weren't grasping it. So that's why we switched. And then I had a friend, this is probably one of the most popular math curriculums out there. It seems like everyone I talk to, or most of the people I talk to, have used this at some point or are using it. But a friend told me about this because I was like, yeah, I don't know what to use, because my kids are tired of Math UC and it just doesn't seem like a good fit for a family anymore, because their learning style, it just isn't working. So I need something, and my friend's like, oh, I use teaching textbooks. So that's where this came into play. Yes, I still use the discs. So teaching textbooks, if you're not familiar with it, which I'm sure a lot of you are, it's done on the computer. If you have the CDs, which I do, I have an old computer. One of our computers is old anyway. That is basically super, super laggy. It's not even really connected to the internet, because the internet just makes it lag even more. But it's old, it still runs, so we still use the discs for most of my kids. So I had a 3rd grader, a 4th grader, and a 5th grader, and a 6th grade math this last year. And so next year I will have 4th, 5th, 6th, a 7th, and I'll also have a 9th, which I think my 9th grader will be doing algebra, as well as my 10th grader. So that's what we'll be using. But teaching textbooks in the years that I've been using it, which has been a long time, because my oldest is 19 now, and I started using it when he was 3rd or 4th grade. In the years since we first started using it, they switched from CD-ROMs, because everybody streams everything now or uses an app for things. So teaching textbooks is now available through an app. You can use it on your computer, you can use it on a tablet. My two kids that are using the app form, because I was like, you know what, we'll just switch the app once I run out of the disc, because I didn't have my oldest go all the way through high school with the disc, because yeah, he started using the app in 9th or 10th grade. So we have the app on their tablets, and it's really, really nice. You can put pauses on it if you go on vacation. And the nice thing too is, since it's an app, you can take it on like a road trip with you if you don't want your kids falling way behind on math. So that is really nice that it's portable. You don't have to lug books around. It's just on a device that they will probably have with them on a road trip or on a vacation potentially, because you know, flights, kids get bored usually on tablets. So yeah, so we really like the style of it. What I really like about teaching textbooks is that if a child misses a problem, my kids aren't always the greatest at doing this, but I tell them, hey, it's there if you need it. But they have like a thing where if you miss the problem, you can click see how it's done, and it will break it down on how to do that problem. So you can maybe see, oh, I forgot this step, or oh, I, you know, didn't carry, or I didn't borrow right there. So it's really helpful, I think, because like then they're realizing, oh yeah, you can't skip steps and you need to remember all the formulas for math. So yeah, so I really like that it has that, because sometimes I'm not super great at explaining things, and I feel like the way they explain things through teaching textbooks is really easy to understand for each level. So that is why I like that. Unfortunately, well, another thing before I get to the unfortunately part, another thing that I like about teaching textbooks is that if you haven't used it before, you can have your child take a placement test. So if they're advanced in math, you can actually maybe skip a grade, or if they're behind in math, you know where they need to be, or if it's just right for their grade level. So I like that they have that on their website, so that you're not buying like a level that they're either like, oh, this is too easy, or oh, this is too hard. So you're able to place them right where they need to be. But this is the unfortunately part. So unfortunately, it doesn't start until 3rd grade, which anyone who's familiar with teaching textbooks probably knows that, at least last I checked, because I think even the app, it's 3rd grade and up. So what do I do in the meantime? Well, for a couple of my kids, I tried Horizon Math one year, and I liked it. The workbooks are colorful and good. I just felt like one of my kids was kind of struggling with it. There was probably a teacher's manual I could have bought for it that maybe would have helped me to explain things to him better. But we liked it. It is just not the greatest fit for us. But again, it is a good curriculum. I will link all the curriculums that I've used in the comments, because they might work for some of you, even the ones that haven't really been the greatest fit for us. And also I'll link teaching textbooks as well, which is just teachingtextbooks.com. But a link sometimes makes it a lot easier. So what I've been using, okay, so I think if you've been watching my other videos, you know I love Masterbooks, and that that it's what I've been using now for the last couple of years. So my first introduction to Masterbooks was probably actually through their math. I was like, I need a different math. Horizons isn't working. Teaching textbooks doesn't start till 3rd grade. I need something for my kids. So that is probably why I stumbled upon this, because I think I just went to christianbook.com and was like, I'm just gonna scroll through math and see what they have to offer. So Math Lessons for a Living Education is what it's called. It's, like I said, Masterbooks, and it's got all the things I like about Masterbooks in it. It has the, you know, the schedule with the grading and the due date and all that stuff. And what I like about this curriculum in particular is it has a story each week, and it's Charlie and Charlotte. They're twin siblings. Obviously they're siblings if they're twins, but anyway, they're twins, and it's just like little stories about them. Last year for 1st grade, they were going to visit their grandparents for the summer, and so it was like all farm related stuff. So the story always ties in what they're going to be learning each week. Like when it was skip counting, I think they were counting vegetables for their grandparents to take to market, and putting them in groups of 5, and then counting the groups of 5 to figure out how many vegetables they had to sell. Things like that. So I like that it has a story each week. There's some like little, there's like fact sheets in the back. There's the larger subtraction mat where it's got like a little houses, the 1s and the 10s houses, things like that. And just like making a hundreds chart, and yeah, it's just really, really helpful. I find that it's been easy to teach, which is always a huge plus when you're teaching more than one kid. So easy to teach is always a bonus. So this is my go-to up until they can take on teaching textbooks. It's going to be math lessons for a living education. So that was actually my first introduction to Masterbooks, was through their math curriculum, and I've fallen in love with the rest of their stuff as well. So yeah, so this will be my almost 7 and almost 8-year-old will be doing this coming year, and then the next year after that they will be doing teaching textbooks because they'll be 3rd grade. So it's a win-win. But anyway, so share with me in the comments what you're using. Maybe you've used some of these. Maybe they worked for you better. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, just share what you're using, what you like, what you don't like. And maybe you'll mention something that I haven't even looked at or heard of before that I might want to check out. But yeah, that is about it for me today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.